She was the first African-American chief of staff in the governor's office, and now she's tapped to become the first ever African-American to lead the Federal Environmental Protection Agency. This afternoon, President-elect Barack Obama named Lisa Jackson to run the EPA. Environment correspondent Ed Rogers has that story.
The announcement came late today in Chicago, where the president-elect introduced his Energy and Environment, or Green Team.
Mr. President, if confirmed, I pledge to lead the agency in support of your vision and in cooperation with the immensely talented team you have formed here to answer our country's call and to protect our country's environment.
Jackson will now head the largest regulatory agency in the country with more than 17,000 employees. Before coming to Trenton in 2002, Jackson worked at the EPA for 16 years. Former DEP Commissioner Brad Campbell worked with Jackson in the EPA during the Clinton administration and in New Jersey with the McGreevey and Cody administrations. He says Jackson is the right choice to head a tattered agency.
One of the really encouraging things about President-elect Obama's selection is he's chosen someone whom the agency can have full confidence understands and supports the traditional role of the agency, which is an agency where policies are based on sound science and sound policy.
Environmentalists hope Jackson can have an impact in accelerating the cleanup of federal Superfund sites in New Jersey, although an organization that represents employees in the DEP and EPA opposes her nomination. They've criticized her handling of the cleanup of toxic waste sites in New Jersey. Governor Corzine praised the selection today.
We feel good about it. Certainly have an ear, but Lisa's job now is the nation, not just New Jersey. She certainly understands the challenges that we face here, and I suspect she'll pick up the phone when we call.
Jackson will join a 4-member team that will implement the Obama administration's plans to address global warming and develop a new clean energy program. Former Clinton-era EPA Administrator Carol Browner has been chosen by Obama to be the new energy czar, overseeing the strategy to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But the EPA has the regulatory authority to propose rules to curb auto and power plant emissions. Although no one would say it on camera, there are concerns about a possible turf war between the two players. Campbell says he doesn't foresee any policy gridlock.
The president-elect and Carol Browner have chosen Lisa knowing that she's a strong leader, knowing that she is going to protect the interests of the agency. And as is true for the president-elect's other appointments, you see a great deal of confidence in choosing people who are strong players in their own right and strong leaders in their own right as part of the cabinet.
Jackson still faces a confirmation hearing before the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee. The full Senate must also approve the nomination. Ed Rogers, NJN News, Trenton.